EXO's Don't Fight the Feeling, the very much anticipated comeback worth waiting for before cream soda. I enjoyed my time actually being present when the teasers dropped and witnessing the build up, waiting until 4 AM for the music video, and man, it was great. I really enjoyed the song overall, as I felt this song really embraced EXO as a whole, and it just really lifts your spirits up. However, one thing lingered to me during the second verse with the following line from Kai. What's Kwangya? And why was it not translated? I honestly didn't think much of it, as I thought it was just a mistake on the behalf of the person that captioned it, until I saw a lot of comments about it and realized that the word Kwangya actually meant something bigger. So that is why today I'll be taking you on a journey as I document myself learning about the origins of Kwangya, as all I really know about is it just seems like some kind of metaverse scam of essence. So let's go to Google. You're kidding me. Kwangya is a word in Korean meaning wilderness. Wilderness means the wilds, waste, jungle, or desert. No duh. In episode 1, Black Mamba, Kwangya is described as an unruled and infinite place located beyond flat. What? The Black Mamba is disrupting the sink from here. What did I just read? Black Mamba? How you pronounce that? Sink? A person or an... what? How do you pronounce that? Can only go to Kwangya using portals that one like Navis can make. When did this occur in the EXO War? Weren't they fighting their evil clones from the Red Force or something? When in Kwangya, one can easily get lost without a guide since it is constantly changing. One must also not convent things belonging from it nor even look back. What? Alright, a list of songs that contain Kwangya. Okay. See, EXO's listed here. I've seen Devil already, so that means I have to watch 4 more of these. But 2 of these are NCT though. I don't want to listen to that. Might as well address Devil. I like this song. It's really unique. I like the mellowness of its sound and just impressed by how it's mostly carried through the vocals. But how it's connected to Kwangya? I groaned at this on my first viewing because it just came out of nowhere, but listening to it now, I don't really mind it, as it makes sense within the context of the song, and it's weird to have a hatred towards a native word. I think it's interesting in the context of this music video, it's being represented as like some holy light. Definitely recommend looking into this song and the album. Knew this was gonna come in handy. So despite my only technical experience with NCT is with and 2 songs from Super M, I think I'll make it out alright. Wow, I'm immediately hooked with this song. Maybe it's just because I'm really into the sound of the 90s, but overall, this is a really catchy song. I like the setting taking place at a hockey game, as that's not really the first thing I think about of the 90s, but I appreciate it. My only gripe with the song is its line distribution. Like, Yang Yang practically only got 2 unique lines. Poor Win Win. I admire his 8 seconds of presence in Gino. Wow guys, make his only prominent line talking about Kwangya. I like how his line is similar to Haechan's verse, but this one sounds more conspiracy? Then later on in the bridge, Ten starts singing about this thing called the Cosmo, and I'm like, what? Another term to learn? What things are these coaches teaching these hockey players? There's a lot more I can talk about with this music video, but I think we should move on. I really like this song a lot. What's the deal with NCT's involvement with Kwangya being in their repackages and having a sport involved? I knew very little about this one, honestly, as the only thing I read about it is just how the song was going back to like the traditional sound of Dream, as Hot Sauce wasn't bad in my opinion, just felt odd. I like this one overall. I was surprised that the future aspect was literal in the second half of the song. Speaking of the future, to some extent I get its inclusion, but I honestly don't think it was necessary for the song. But at least they just threw it out there right away in the first verse. Overall, this song isn't particularly like a favorite of mine from Dreams, but it definitely does give like an uplifting message. Alright, so before we burn all of our dread and listen to aespa, I think what I get so far of Kwangya from these music videos, if the wiki's actually credible, is that it's kind of like being used in a figurative way, as it's either supposed to like represent a place full of like wonders, or it's just used to substitute other words that could have been used. Basically, Kwangya just sounds like some kind of like spiffy hangout spot. But anyways, we've already prolonged it enough. Let's finally listen to aespa's debut single, Black Mamba. Alright. This is pretty interesting. Nope. I'm not. I can't do this. We're not doing this. That line is going to reflect. That line basically reflects on what's going to happen to me after watching this music video. Cannot let this be my first experience with 4th gen K-pop. That's just outrageous. You know how I'm already a disgrace. So I can't let this thing disgrace me more. My sister did tell me, though, I have to listen to people my age. That's even more sadder. What? The camera died? Gosh darn it. So, the camera died when I got to this point. And, I have the audio, because the audio was captured, but I need footage, and because I need to quickly put this together, I was just like, fine, as well, just do this from this point and such. I think where I was getting here is that, like, I really like this part of the bridge. And this is pretty interesting. What is gonna happen? Is this Kwangya? Clearly not. I don't get it. This place looks like my backyard, but it's like cute differently. What is that here? Huh. This looks interesting. Maybe if I just pull it. I'm wet. Alright, almost done. This will have to do for now. So, where were we? Man, I don't know if it's just a me thing, but it's honestly pretty difficult for myself to listen to any new K-pop groups past my prime, which is 2007 through 2015 at best. I think I'm just afraid of actually enjoying the newer stuff, Not because I'm closed-minded, even if it does come off as such. So yeah, I am somewhat familiar with aespa, but not enough, which is why I'm going to have to start immersing myself within their concept. But how, you might ask? Basically just by watching variety shows, interviews, live streams, and a bunch of crack videos from the fandom. So while that does inform me about the members' personalities, we're going to need to become parasocial. We need to go harder with today's sponsor, Clutebox. Clutebox is an amazing service that... Alright, I'm just kidding. No way I'm ever going to get sponsored. We will just buy into, consumerism. It was These Are the Kuga manga. Overall, for a debut song, pretty good. It does a nice job at introducing their concept to us as it showcases them in the real world. I assume this is Kwangya, and I assume this subway set is also Kwangya. And that I've seen it in other music videos, but I don't know where. It's also really interesting to start this off from a story standpoint by just talking about how threatening the antagonist is, but despite that, they'll find a way to take them down. And honestly, this song has grown on me on multiple rewatches, but that doesn't mean I still have gripes. In my opinion, I feel like the music video doesn't really highlight the members equally, as I feel like it's 50% Karina, 25% each for Winter and Ning Ning, and then the rest just spilled on Giselle. Which for Karina's sake, could be interesting for the story as it hints to what I assume is supposed to be some kind of dark side, I don't know. But for everyone else, they just exist. The only member that has a clear role is Ning Ning, as she's a hacker of some kind, whereas Giselle and Winter don't have any attributes, and I guess she just punches things. Also, Boa shows up at the end. Let's not speak on this any longer. It's a nice ballad. I don't remember if this was a remake, but I do recall this song not doing well due to its concept being Christmas themed in February. But I mean, Super Junior did the same thing a year later. This one overall gives us a nice glance on the softer side of the group and inside of the world. Gosh darn it, I like this song. For me, honestly, this song does a better job at showcasing each member's positions and gives them a good amount of screen time. I especially love Winter and Ning Ning in this music video. They are definitely the highlights of the song, honestly. The visuals too, they're great. It's definitely a heavy improvement from Black Mamba's effects. I really like the space setting they went with. It's pretty cool and kind of on par with Don't Fight the Feeling, honestly. Also, we have this new eye that looks more polished than the main force? Alright. The only thing holding the song back from me loving it, besides the fact that it's from Fast and Furious, is the bridge. This is one of the most hardest bridges for me to get through. Basically, if you have no clue about the context of what they are saying, it's just nonsensical gibberish. But I feel like that's why I really like it. I want to dislike this bridge, but I can't help myself to not do so, as I always crack a smile when the rap starts. Also, this song includes the canonization of the Cosmo, you know, the thing 10 was praising about in 90s love. Overall, I might have to consider this song to be my favorite of the title tracks so far. Oh no. I don't like this song. It's listenable. I just don't think what it's trying to say works in song form, honestly. It's kind of in line with my opinion on Psycho. I like what the song means, but I'd rather read about it than hear it in song. Also, it has the same issues I have with some NCT tracks, where I feel like the rap verses and the vocal verses don't really mesh well together. So when they transition from one and another, it feels jarring. The chorus is catchy for sure, but the lyrics lose me. I get the song is supposed to be the group talking about how unstoppable they are going to be when they go against the Black Mamba. I don't know, I feel like it's just too much. The only saving grace about the song are its pre-choruses, as those are kind of like the only parts I go back to whenever I want to listen to Savage. The dance break is neat, and the setting overall is also cool. I like that there are like a lot of sets, and what I assume is another look at what Kwangya looks like, with her name is Navis. Overall, I like where this is taking the story, but it just feels like it's trying to make itself more than what it is, I guess. Alright, I'm not going to shut about this, so let's just get through it. So basically, you know, they have this like big transition right here and such, and like we get this wide shot of the group, and then like we get Winter here. Like, this is a medium shot, and like it seems fine and such, because this is like a perfect like transitionary shot for this setting and such. And then, like, you know, skimming through and such, this is the one I realized, like, the only one I know is, like, this close-up of Giselle. It's like, alright, pretty neat. And then we're back to this setting. We'll skip this. And then, like, you know, we got this close-up of Ning Ning in the same, like, setting as Giselle. And then later on, we got Karina. And it's just like, oh, okay, that seems fine. And I was like, wait, what about Winter Shot? No, she's the medium shot. Where's her close up? Like, what the heck, guys? And like, what's worse is that, like, if we go back to here, where they start introducing this second setting, or this other setting, like this pink room. So here's Karina, and then here's Giselle, and then like later on here, here's Ning Ning. But then it's like, oh, where's Winter's shot? It's literally the setting from the pre-chorus. Like, what the heck, guys? I don't get it. Like, why does Winter have different shots from everyone else? That doesn't make sense. So because this is the first mini album, may I present to you the Digipack version of Savage. Yes, this is a Digipack, despite it being the size of 4 of them combined. The B-sides comprise of A Energy, I'll Make You Cry, Yeppy Yeppy, Iconic, and Lucid Dream. My favorite track of the entire album would have to go to Lucid Dream. I think for the first mini album, it's fine. So for some background knowledge, this was a station pre-release for the SM Town Winter album for 2021, as this was the first one in 10 years, and that this is actually a remake of SES's song of the same name, to which I will say they did a good job at modernizing it, as it still carries elements from the original song, but now with that aespa twist. I actually like this version more than the original version, because something about the vocals of the SCS version really bother me. It feels soulless in a way that holds back the potential of the members' capabilities, so I'm glad the remake is listenable.
Some people are so mean, I'll be on a phone screen when we're trying to live our life.
Man, I feel called out, even though it's not targeted towards me. Alright, fine, I'll talk. Jeez. So this was the second pre-release track after Illusion, but also their first English single. It's fine overall, though it's not really a song I would go back to often, honestly. It's nice for aespa to do another soft song. don't get me wrong, but this is definitely a song where I could listen to his segments, but not the entirety of it. Though I will at least say that this is definitely one of the best English versions we've gotten from SM. I will say on par with The Boys from SNSD and Bad Boy from Red Velvet, because in my opinion, nothing will reach as low as Regular. I really like how this song is practically next level but in a climactic state. Though I wish we got to see more of them infiltrating instead of just standing around. Like, what was Giselle's role? Distracting the guards? Ning Ning's hacking. Winter gained a sword somewhere and is reaching the core, and Karina's doing more punching action. I feel bad for Giselle. A part I honestly could care less about this time is the dance break. I feel like it ruins the flow of the song just due to how slow it is, because at least Savages kept up with the pacing. I just didn't think it was necessary. But overall, it is nice to have something of a conclusion with this arc of the story so far. Again, as this was a mini album, here are the photobook versions of the album, the Kwangya version, and the real world version. The new tracks comprise of Illusion, as stated for the first pre-release single, Lingo, the Korean version of Life's Too Short, and I See You. Also included were Black Mamba, Forever, and Dreams Come True, but no next level? Favorite track would have to be Lingo. I like this album more than Savage by a little bit, but would have liked if half the tracks weren't already released beforehand. The song was interesting when it got announced, especially because it had Navis as a featuring, as I assume it was supposed to tie into her solo debut. Speaking of her, I honestly thought her inclusion was really odd, as her voice is just uncanny. However, I kinda just accepted it, as it does help individualize itself compared to other groups, I guess. Other than that, especially where this album is going, I don't mind that they chose this song to be the one to connect itself back to the plot. Because speaking of that,
Tell me what you see when you look at me, 'cause I am a 10 out of 10, honestly.
so I didn't hear a lot of positive things about this song when it got released, but I honestly like it. I think having aespa in the real world for a title track is really refreshing, because honestly, yeah, it's just kind of nice seeing this group finally settle down in the real world, just minding their own business. It's not that this is ignoring the story, there's still some story elements, like the world constantly glitching around them, and I guess they have the ability to stop time in their mansion they somehow own. You know what? They're probably in a simulation. Of course, we do have the mini album, the core version being the photobook version. And then we have the zine versions, to which the Welcome to My World version is the Barnes & Noble exclusive, while the spicy version is the Target exclusive. The remaining tracks that are not Welcome to My World comprise of Salty and Sweet, Thirsty, I'm Unhappy, and Till We Meet Again, to which I'm Unhappy, Salty and Sweet, and Thirsty have received track videos. What are track videos, you might ask? From what I've gathered, SM started doing them since 127's second album, and have been primarily doing them for NCT. Basically, they're music videos, but just cut down, as it's supposed to be a preview as opposed to a pre-release. By the way, favorite B-side, I'm Unhappy. Overall, I think My World, to this date, is aespa's most cohesive album. Despite each song basically having its own identity, I like how they somehow managed to meld them all together and just to make something as cohesive as the last two albums were. Alright, at this point, I'm kind of feeling exhausted at this point. How many more things do we have to cover? Got the Beat, a song for a Tetris movie, Better Things, another album, an NFT collaboration? No. Disgusting. Alright. Could anything worse happen? The desk calendar. I forgot I put it up there. Is it really the 13th today? Let's check my phone. The Winter album. Just like Dreams Come True, this was a pre-release single for the annual SM Town Winter album. Seeing these two groups together for this song must have been as exciting as seeing DBSK and Super Junior together back in 2005. I was honestly shocked that this song found a way to balance the two groups and gave them equal distribution, to the point I will forget that these two groups aren't a single unit. Also, I find it extremely funny that aespa looks more like a senior group than Red Velvet, because look at how much they tower them. Like here. Oh gosh, Karina's tall. Overall, a really nice pre-release single for a really great collaboration album. So, what do I think about aespa? I think my thoughts on aespa overall is that I don't think they're a bad group. They're just kind of hard for me to like really get myself into. They definitely have a unique storyline, and it feels like something I should be getting into. I don't know, just something about it just isn't as gravitating towards me. And I just think that the majority of their music isn't really for me. Like, I'll be honest and just say, I feel like I'm kind of illiterate on music genres, but I'll kind of just say that aespa's genre of music, I guess, kind of is far from my reach, I guess. I don't know. Like, you know, it's definitely interesting to listen to, and it definitely, like, fits in with their concept and such. But I do feel like before My World, they were kind of in your face about their concept and such, which I kind of think they should have held back on a bit, because if you look at groups like EXO, that does basically have, like, a similar storyline. At least EXO was able to, like, contain it and, like, softly mention it once in a while in their songs, but not make it the song itself. But other than that, like, I do think they're fine. It's just that in the meantime, I don't think they're really going to be a group I would like constantly keep up with. I think I'll probably just more of a casual listener, just kind of like on the same scale as like NCT, I guess. On the flip side though, Kwangya is still a messy concept. For the context within aespa, it's passable. While I think the story could be more original, it's not as jarring to follow as I thought it was going to be, as you can still listen to these songs without context and just assume that the terminology used is just a gimmick. The biggest issue with Kwangya as a concept though, is that it's trying to be more than what it is. Which brings us to the SMCU. Why? It's trying to be the thing that brings all of these SM artists together, which I feel is super necessary, because I'm pretty sure SM's one of the very few companies that still allows their artists to appear together. Also, how the heck are we supposed to immerse ourselves with the Kwangya concept when the majority of your artists either have no idea what it is or just laugh it off? I'll say it again, in the context of aespa, it's fine. And honestly, I don't mind EXO crossing into it either, because their story could make sense out of it. Everyone else though? No! I honestly don't mind the mentions of Kwangya in the songs outside of aespa, as it could just be viewed as an Easter egg. But I swear, if they go full on out with every other group going to Kwangya, officially, that might be it of me dealing with SM's shenanigans. Despite the fact they've had a bunch of shenanigans this year. Finally got that off my chest. Isn't this the same box I used in that fake sponsorship? Ooh. Look at this. We got more plaid. It's not exact plaid. But look, it's like plaid to the max. So, what do we get out of this entire topic? NCT is just filled with a bunch of chaotic guys, while aespa is also filled with a bunch of chaotic girls. However, we do have one more topic of Kwangya to quickly cover. Kwangya 119. This service is used for fans to either send in malicious comments towards artists. Wow, okay, I did not think about this. Oh my gosh. Okay, report malicious comments. Okay. This service is used for fans to report malicious comments that are towards artists to SM or recommend events/ideas. Honestly, I find the recommendations section weird for something called 119, which is why we're gonna submit to SM to recommend aespa, the stupidest concept. A tokusatsu concept. Here I can type up the topic and explain it in this section, select the artist, and sent. Alrighty? Gee, what a cop-out. And stay out. Well, at least I got that over with. That wasn't intended, but I'll get that later. Is this what I think it is? Come on, just... Oh well. Look at this! It finally came! This poster finally came! Hopefully someone can see that someday. I forgot about the aespa posters again. I'll take care of it sometime. But anyways, let's check this video down on our list as we finally covered everything I wanted to this year. Wabs? I don't recall putting this topic down. What was this again? No. What the heck was that? What did I just witness? That was just the most vile search term I've ever seen. Why did I even conceive that as a topic? How disgusting am I? Ugh. That's it. We're not doing it. I just want a rest. Can't you see? I just want a rest from all this. We're done.
きエンド壊された願い刺激のないドラマを誰もが望んでロリロリパクキン歪ますメロ